Welcome back to the 2022 RotoHeat rookie draft profile for Mississippi quarterback Matt Corral. Corral was a four-star recruit, the 63rd ranked player and the 4th ranked pro-style quarterback coming out of the fabled Long Beach Poly High School in Long Beach, California. In his 4 years at Long Beach, he had 10,178 passing yards, 103 passing touchdowns with only 22 interceptions. Considering what he did in college, he wasn't much of a runner in high school. In his 4 years, he only had 940 rush yards with 20 touchdowns on the ground. He originally committed to USC, then Florida, ultimately deciding to commit to Mississippi, where he played sparingly as a true freshman, but ended up redshirting that 2018 season. He did become the starter at Ole Miss in 2019, but it wasn't until 2020 when Lane Kiffin joined the program where he truly blossomed as a passer and as a quarterback at the college level. This past season in 2021, he had 3,349 pass yards, 20 passing touchdowns to only 5 interceptions, chipping in 614 rush yards with 11 rushing touchdowns. When we look at the NFL, for a size and speed comp, it was actually very difficult for me to find a comp that I could feel comfortable with, but Zach Wilson came to mind. He's the type of guy, but obviously doesn't run quite as much as Matt Corral did in college, so we'll see what his NFL career looks like. As far as a 40 time is concerned, I saw a couple different numbers. He's likely to run around a 4.65, something like that, but I saw numbers all the way up to a 4.8. So we'll see what he runs, and I think he's much faster than a 4.8. So we'll see what he runs at the combine. As far as a draft round prediction is concerned, he's almost certainly going to be a first round selection, and probably and most likely we'll see what happens, but he's got a good shot at being the first quarterback selected in April. Talking about the pros for Matt Corral, he's definitely a leader and a gamer. He put his body through hell and came out the other side to play in games he had no business being in. He wants to be on the field with his teammates, including in the Sugar Bowl, where he was once again injured in his final game. He's adequately well-rounded, very mobile, and accurate enough to not typically hurt his team. He's got a quick release and throws a very catchable ball, but had his receivers drop a few too many, which of course is no fault of Corral's. He's an excellent runner with the football, looking like a running back on designed runs. However, this will lead us into the cons, as there is some concern about this as well. Corral had 30 carries in a single game. At 6 foot, 195 pounds, and those are hopeful numbers, this cannot happen in the NFL. Plus, he needs to be sliding, obviously at the NFL level, but he should have been sliding more in college to avoid some of the injuries that crept up. Corral looks like a read option, one read quarterback with not a lot of progression from first to second or potentially the third read. Personally, I'm concerned about his size. Corral just doesn't have the talent of a Russell Wilson or Kyler Murray, so NFL longevity is a concern, especially considering he's just too tough for his own good sometimes. Head down to the comments and let us know what you think about Matt Corral. As I say in all of these, the quarterback class this year is extremely polarizing. Is he the number one quarterback in this draft class? Does he end up being a top 5 pick? Does a team trade up to draft a guy like Matt Corral? Are you concerned about his size? Does that push him down in the draft? If you listen to this in podcast form, go ahead, leave us a review. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out, and we'll see you on the next video.